Hello and welcome. My name is Walter Chambers, and today I'm going to be going over our three warrior pillars. The three areas that define who a warrior is and how you can become a warrior. These three pillars were created with the help of one of my mentors, Ben Slater, who introduced to me a number of different principles when it comes to just life, business, and so on and so forth. And these three warrior pillars have defined the future of every single warrior that we work with. And over the years, these three areas really made the most difference when it comes to helping people change and become the best version of themselves. And today I'm going to be sharing that with you. And I'm very excited. So, let's get straight to it. The first warrior pillar is mental. The mental pillar is the one area that most people, one, don't know how to improve, or two, don't know how to evaluate to see where they can improve. And the mental aspect of training is arguably more important than the physical or even the nutritional aspect that I'll be getting to later. The mental aspect of training can be broken down to a lot of different areas. For example, consistency, determination, tenacity, grit. It really defines your daily habits. And one of the quotes that is very close to my soul is our daily habits culminate into the bigger picture we paint of ourselves. And the only way to create these habits is by having a strong mindset, developing your mental skill sets. Every single mental skill set can be improved and optimized, but they can't be if you don't have the awareness of each one of these areas and which ones are strengths, which ones are weaknesses, and which ones are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. So the mental pillar is arguably the most important as far as a foundational perspective of what a warrior is. The next area is the physical pillar, the most common pillar that everyone always goes to by default. Training is physical. Training is breaking down your body. Training is actually not good for you. You're tearing muscle fibers. You're breaking your body down. You're just pushing your body to its absolute limit so that when you do recover, it becomes stronger. But the act of actually training is actually destroying your body, which goes into the next pillar, nutritional. This is a pillar that most people struggle with. And a lot of it is lack of education, in my opinion. There's a number of different diet protocols, fad diets, people on social media pushing their ideology as far as what you should be eating and what you should not be eating. And it's causing a lot of confusion as far as the path that each individual should go on to achieve their goals. There is no ideal diet for everyone. Nutrition should be individualized based on your values that I mentioned previously in my previous video, and your individual goals and body type as well. Nutrition fundamentally, again, is going to drive the recovery aspect of physical training, and it also requires the mental aspect of consistency for you to actually sustain or improve your results. Now that you understand each one of these three warrior pillars, the mental, physical, and nutritional pillars, let's look into what happens when you have the skill sets in one area and don't have the skill sets in another. So, if you have the mental pillar down, which is, like I mentioned before, one of the hardest pillars to develop, and you have the physical pillar as far as pushing your physical skill sets, you're going to have growth. You're going to grow over time. That's just inevitable. When you fail, you see failure and you push through it because you have the mental pillar. You're able to push your body past its limits because you're able to push your mind past its limits. So when you have the physical and mental part, you have growth. Now, let's say you have the mental and nutritional part. Then you have sustainability. So you have the mental skill sets to create the habits and sustain the habits over time. Then you have the nutrition to go along with it as well. And when you combine nutrition and consistency, you are able to create a sustainable lifestyle. Now, lastly, let's go over physical and nutritional. And again, these are the two most common areas that most people focus on, the physical and nutritional aspect. And when you combine these areas, you have overall health because you're pushing your body to its absolute limits, you're destroying it, and then you're using nutrition to recover and become stronger. And when you combine these areas, you're going to develop strength, resiliency, and you're going to recover and be healthier. So now that you kind of see what happens when you combine certain one of these, now let's look at what's missing if you focus too much on one area or another. When you combine the mental and physical, you have growth, but if you don't utilize the nutritional aspect, guess what's missing? Sustainability and health. So if you're pushing yourself mentally and physically, but you're not recovering properly, you're not putting the right nutrients in your body to recover, operate efficiently, and grow stronger, you're not going to create sustainable results, and you're going to be unhealthy because you're not recovering. You're just destroying your body, and your body's not recovering. You can have the mental part, you can have the physical part, but if you don't have the nutritional part, sustainability and health are out the window. Now let's, for example, say we have the mental and nutritional part. The primary thing that's missing in the mental and nutritional part is going to be growth and health. That's the big thing, is that if you're not pushing your body, if you're not pushing yourself, challenging your body is not going to adapt. Your body loves what they call is homeostasis, which is basically staying the same. It does not like sudden changes or sudden shocks. It loves consistency and being exactly the same. So if you don't push yourself physically in any way, there's hundreds of different ways, then you're not going to be able to grow in any direction. You're just going to be sustaining the results that you have. And arguably, over time, your body is going to deteriorate. Over time, that's when you lose health. And that's why health is more than just what you're putting inside your body. It's also pushing your body to adapt as well. And lastly, when you combine a physical and nutritional, you have health, but the main things that are missing is growth and sustainability. Because you could be pushing your body and recovering properly, but if you're not doing it consistently, then growth, it's a no-go. It takes consistency to create results. And it's even more difficult to sustain those results as well. So, yeah, you can have these moments of, all right, cool, I'm going to be really active, or all right, cool, I'm going to really focus on my nutrition. And you can have that synergy of both these areas. But if mentally you're not creating the habits that are going to help you grow over time, and sustain your results over time, then that's going to be the area that is going to be detrimental. That's going to be a weakness. So I hope these 3 warrior pillars really helped boost your awareness of maybe yourself, maybe some of the times when you were successful and why all of a sudden things didn't really work out. Or maybe you started to see results and then all of a sudden you stopped. You know, really go back to these moments and really reflect on, okay, cool, what did I have? What was I focusing on? What was I not focusing as much on? And then try to improve these skill sets in those areas. And when you do, you're going to instantly start to see changes in each one of those 3 subcategories: the growth, the sustainability, and your health. And this warrior pillars is the foundation of how we help build warriors. Later on, I'm going to be breaking down each one of these areas and how exactly we focus on these areas and these skill sets so that you can optimize these areas and become the warrior that you want to be. So if you want to become a warrior, it's very simple. There's 2 different ways you can do that. You can go to waltworkout.com, use our warrior creation tool, and create the warrior you want to become, and start training today with that warrior program. All the things that I spoke about today, the mental, physical, and nutritional pillars, are covered in our programs, step by step. Starting from the second you get that program in your hands, you'll know exactly what you need to do every single day in the mental, physical, and nutritional aspect of training. The second way is by applying to one-on-one coaching with me. If you qualify, we'll work together one-on-one and develop the strategies to improve each one of these mental pillars for you. The mental, physical, and nutritional pillars that are essential for your long-term results and your long-term warrior abilities. So again, in order to become a warrior, go to waltworkout.com, use our warrior creation tool, and start training in the warrior program so you become the warrior you want to be, or apply for one-on-one coaching and you might get the opportunity to work with me. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my warrior pillars. There's a lot more details coming soon, so I am looking forward to speaking with you again. So take care.